is, like you said, they've been cycling through a bunch of different compositions. They've tried Breach, they've tried Reyna, they've tried all kinds of stuff. And you can tell that they've been kind of scrambling to find comfort on this map.
So we got this 100 Thieves. Wait, chat, I'm gonna go get my jersey on real quick.
Just gonna play for B. He's gonna push through this. Wants to catch off a couple of connectors. It did look like Raucus maybe was prepared for a potential contest, but it's hard to make that argument when he gets his head pulled off like he did. Spike will go down, and look at the post plant setup. They're moving all the way through over towards this A connector, but to be fair, for FaZe defensively, they're doing okay to try to battle up against it. The problem is Nitro's also lurking mid-map, and these kills just a little bit too good. Hiko even beyond that. Yeah, very clean from Hiko. 2 in a row for him to clean things up. That'll be the first pistol going to 100 Thieves. Yeah, and that's one of the things that, like, is the advantage for 100 Thieves going into this series, is they're just... Like, I feel like their playbook is just going to be chock full of little plays like this where they maximize their utility. They do, like, these wacky, you know, things. Like, Steel's always been known throughout his career, dating back to Counter-Strike Source even many, many years ago as a tactician, of trying to push the boundaries, trying to... I don't want to say break the game, but try to bend it, try to figure out what designs he can come up with, what pieces of utility and what set plays he can build. And that was a really well-designed pistol. More aggression coming through. Steel's actually able to lock down first blood. That's down towards sewers at A with the Marshall. 2 defensive members for FaZe are still possessing over towards the A site, but Aldron will move Asuna forward, looking for aggression. Guiding light comes through, but not before Baby Bay can find the first blood. That will actually push this 100 Thieves offense completely back.
Yeah, it does, but they know that they're up against a low-bot FaZe. So they know that that commitment has likely caused a massive rotation from FaZe, and they would be correct. So they can start redirecting attention now. They're making sure that their mid is clear with the Trailblazer, which they have done. They're starting to force FaZe to respect that they could be dropping back.
Have you been to Hornby Island? I have.
But all FaZe is done. It's just recommit to reinforcing A, and they've doubled up and done a sewers.
I know. I have a jersey, but I don't know if it's released yet, chat. So, not the one that has been released today, but there's a different one.
Main point of entry. Corey, though, picks up the Marshall to find one. Nitro in the back does make sure that Baby Bay is kept honest, but does he expect Corey? Does not seem to be. Corey able to find the kill. Rock is still potential to play from the front here. Steel is low on HP. This is still very winnable. And beyond that, 100 Thieves are actually looking to rotate this spike out. Raucus is maybe considerate of this potential play, but doesn't want to overchow, and that will at least allow regrowth and likely behind that also a plant.
Such a crafty play from 100 Thieves, kind of realizing the situation and getting out of it, and they'll be able to take the spike plant onto C. Like I said, they got the regrowth onto Steel, so they got him back up to speed. They still hold the superior firepower for the most part, other than Corey having a Phantom, and they're able to start setting up post plant. So this is a tough one now. Problem is, 100 Thieves don't really know where FaZe are coming from. Yeah. So they have to kind of stick together and hope that they can get the read, which Ethan is going to get. Spots one, able to get away. Smart.
Ooh.
Flash will also be there just to delay. Go off a little bit of time. And yeah, the flash actually does not fully give them the opportunity that they were looking for. So 100 Thieves again just killing off time, killing off space. FaZe moving quickly though. Ethan for one. Stays relatively healthy. Corey needs to be very cautious about how he wants to take this challenge, but also needs to isolate, and Ethan will not allow him a chance. Whoa, that's just a beautiful little kite backwards for 100 Thieves. That's the aggressive move to
Let's go! And they get triggers for the 5 gift. I meant 5 months, thank you.
Capabilities. I mean, all throughout that round, they ran into constant trouble, right? They got Thompson Baby Bay on their initial peek into A. They ran into like a 4-man stat. They got into like a tough 2-on-2 situation. But through that all, they kept making the next best decision they could make to keep themselves in the round and pave the way through all of the, you know, haymakers that FaZe were lobbing at them, basically. And so able to navigate to the C site, get a win, get 2-0 up. It wasn't clean by any means, but they got the job done nonetheless.
And thank you, Gerald Cam, for the sub.
Bonus round.
I'm not allowed wearing this jersey. I have to go find a different one, chat. Damn it.
Yeah, look for that paranoia to come through with that guiding light. There it is. This is exactly what we would expect. Paranoia right on the right. Yep, this is exactly what we saw. This is so wonderfully done. But to be fair, FaZe have actually backed off. So yes, they give up the site, but they don't give up any numbers. And that's actually pretty key for FaZe trying to retake with a lot of utility still to use. Yeah, that's their response. Like, okay, you have this really cool multi-layered C set piece. We'll just let you have the site. We'll play retake. And that burns a lot of 100 Thieves' utility, right? They don't have that much now left over for the post plan. So it's really come down to positioning and fragging. They're all playing for long C, essentially. Yeah.
All good fragment, though.
Yeah, this
could be a good lineup.
This could be nasty.
Yeah, you can't really
It
do
goes, it's going to go out early. Ethan flashes, wants to check, finds one. Not going to get more beyond that. Baby J for the trade. A lot of smoke in the way here could potentially allow an opportunity, and Baby J actually keeps Nitro responsible. So now the entire post plan has to come through C long, and the setup is decent. Team shots coming through for FaZe. Baby J trying to lock things up. More spam shots coming through, and the retake will be successful with just barely enough time to defuse.
Yeah, again, for all the credit that we give 100 Thieves for how they layer that paranoia and the guiding light to set Asuna up to dash on top the C site box and get like that high peaking angle to really control the site. Yeah, that is a brilliant attack, and it does give you the site, but then it's about managing that post-plan scenario. And unfortunately, when Nitro gets caught here in Garage, it funnels all of it this way, and those shock darts aren't able to get over towards the spike at all. I don't think either of Pico's shock darts landed towards the spike defusal. Came in from Steel.
I'm not allowed because there's one that has not been released yet.
But they
I've been sent it like a really long time ago.
FaZe really managed that retake effectively. Like they didn't follow the pressure.
You got this though. Did you miss for this?
A beautiful first blood here from Baby Bay.
Thank you, Gerald, for another 100 bits.
Number of more 100 Thieves members trying to aggress onto the B side at the.
This jersey, I love this jersey. This is a long sleeve one,
100 Thieves will back
and it has
away.
my name on the back.
The C garage, Baby J, he completely gets up and leaves the C side, and I don't know if he really got a chance to know how many players were in front of him, but he will push them back. And what the shock dart is that?
That was so well done. You know, Corey could kind of tell that they were making that pivot. He's able to slowly back off. Shot dart comes in, does a lot of chip damage. Now Corey's
Chris Friday for the 4 months.
Lobby area. You know, take the 1v1 against Nitro. Doesn't get the frag, but able to back up with the hot hands down, stall them out. Now the push is going to come from 100 Thieves through with the guiding light up long, and they're actually able to get into the site.
Counter curveball, though, does slow things up just a touch. And yeah, Zach has also gotten into this. And look at all the information coming through from Raucus. Yes, Nitro finds one, but that will be all that is found for 100 Thieves. Oh, man, really good stall tactics once again from FaZe. Not just on the really cheeky shock dart, put into A lobby, but then the counter curveball, and then just a brilliant recovery off the recon bolt to make sure that the site was never really given away.
Now, from this point forward, again, I'm keeping my eyes on Ethan and what he's going to be able to do on the sky, because, again, he's had his struggles with it at times, but also has had brilliant games.
NV1?
So that's one thing I'm looking at.
Oh, my God.
The other thing I'm looking at is, does
check
that
on myth.
Corey
Is he okay?
1-2 punch come out hot?
Oh my God. Okay.
We'll enunciate that because it will trip me up.
Yeah, the double babies, the baby square root is definitely.
Yeah, he didn't say they. When we asked Smeeg about it, he was like, "What do we call these?" Just call them.
I swear, every time he watches TSM, they lose. It's a curse. Yeah.
I'm gonna let that. I don't think that one really hits. I think they need to go back to the R&D department and try to come up with a little bit of something else. But you know, up to them.
Yeah, fair.
As I thought baby square was pretty good, but you know, teach their own. As we are gonna see 100 Thieves dart back over, start pressing a little bit onto A side. Zachary with the jump peek is gonna spot both players there. Guiding light sent through, but no follow-up. 100 Thieves knows that they've been sniffed out and wants to kind of fall back. They send the Seekers to kind of keep that A presence there, but they're also looking to get some mid control.
NV1 against TSM, so TSM is in lower bracket. In order for Sentinels to qualify for Berlin, we have to win against Envy.
Able to find one. Steel needs to still commit to this, and Baby Bay watching the opposite angle, but Ethan for the trade. Asuna there as well to follow up, and that's 2 for Asuna. Now Baby J, the only defensive member that can really still hold off for this spike plant. Still holding for it is Ethan, but Baby J's allowed to get a second, and then Zachary cleans things up from the opposite angle.
And thank you, Vla, for the sub.
Really just a full-on contest from FaZe again defensively.
Yeah, great job by FaZe getting some good information on the A side of the map based on.
I'm new to tournaments in Valorant. Does TSM still get another chance, or was that it? They get another chance. They do.
You know, he basically is going to get a 1v1 at the front of B site because the.
I think you doublet for the 2 minutes.
So he's able just to kind of keep angling out, keep buying time for Zachary to also get into position. And then just go and take the spike, Nitro, win it, and then set up Zachary to be able to come in there and finish the job. So.
I thought Sentinels already made it to Berlin. No, Berlin made it to Champions, which is the largest tournament at the end of the year.
For quite some time.
Is Rise out? No, they're also in lowers.
Accurate or not, but what the heck? He's the only player I know of in top Valorant that comes from the console world. We have a lot of Overwatch players and Counter-Strike players and Fortnite players, all PC-based shooters. This man.
Berlin made it to Champions. Is not what I meant to say. Sentinels have already made it to Champions.
Yeah, it really is. Trying to get aggressive. The nullify was used. Also looking to take advantage by moving forward, but Baby J denies. Baby who's trying to make sure nobody pushes through the C garage window means that he's left Corey off by his lonesome. The late rotate
God,
not
Ethan.
good Ethan for 2, and once again, 100 Thieves have created just enough space to plant.
They are. They're going to have a 4-on-3 post plant here. They're still going to have a one shock dart available, I should say. They have no fragment left over from Steel, so they're going to have to kind of play more on site because they don't really have the utility to throw diffusers from the back. But yeah, this flank could be the problem.
Oh, but he doesn't actually convert into the shots. Ethan looked like he was dead to rights. Maybe a more beyond that, but does not fall. Shots will not land, and now it's up to Zachary and Raucus to decide how do you want to go into a 2v4 retake situation, and Steel may have just closed the door completely, and yeah, he sure
Boomers!
5th kills will be there, and 100 Thieves have tied us right back up at
Good
3.
shit.
Yeah, but now they're going to have Seekers available coming into this next. They also have Nitro's ult. He's usually very crafty, figuring out the exact way
my boomer buddies.
out of it.
Can I say that?
Just a brilliant little fast-paced C-split. Able to call out some players. Person that only really have guns only to defend. And
I wonder if they get pissed off knowing I call them a boomer. Why are they called boomers? Because they're old?
Play for FAZE, but
But they're good.
And Nitros from the Shadows could be huge.
Seen a lot of early aggression from 100 Thieves.
Ian might be annoyed because he's 22.
And
Boomer. Just kidding.
that's what to say. He wants to get aggressive. The shot dart timing nearly pays out. And yeah, I was about to say, C-Long is also done and dusted. It's completely held by the Cypher.
Yeah, and this is big. This allows such more flexibility.
Kyedae, how do you reach out? There's so many people chatting.
Now trying to use his Hunter's Fury.
I'd say chat's really slow right now.
He could gamble it on short. He's able to get some damage in, and now Baby J's flank able to set in. Huge!
Wow.
That's so big.
Yeah, you have to feel like if you're Baby J and you miss out on a second opportunity for free kills, that's going to really rattle the confidence, but he converts this time.
Oh, it's on slow mode? I had no idea.
In play, dealing a lot of damage, Steel tagged up. They have to peek, and whoa, it's actually a really
That must be super annoying. Slow mode sucks. I hate slow mode.
Space to retract backwards and maybe open up some space towards C, but Baby Bay kind of hitting the same flank again, so this is very quickly 100 Thieves getting over towards
It's so
C,
can you
but they're
take
not
1
gonna
second to say hi to me?
respect the
Hello,
fact that you've
hello.
already got this flank completely concealed.
30 seconds?
But yeah, like you said, that
Can we put it to 15 seconds, mods?
like it to go down, but yeah, Baby Bay just finds a perfect moment.
Asuna's only bit of safety would occur here at the garage entrance, but Baby dashing forward will not allow him a chance to get away, and that will be another beautiful defense from FaZe. Again, 100 Thieves just really caught, honestly. The aggression this time from the FaZe defense just allows them a chance to isolate and find an early win.
It's one of those things where in the past, with
Take
these
one.
older compositions, they kind of leave Nitro to kind of play that spot to watch for those long C pushes while really trusting a lot in, you know, Steel's Cypher utility to be kind of what they need to create presence on A side and not intel there. And they would kind of play from that platform, whether that be, you know, like slower rounds or whether that be like kind of pivot pretty quickly into some type of faster pace hit in garage or something like that, letting Asuna be the tip of the spear. But now you see them like kind of putting focuses elsewhere, and so there's these little vulnerabilities that FaZe are, you know,
Do girls like boys to make the first move?
This round they are going to have Nitro.
I guess it depends.
on that C side again.
I basically made the first move. I was like, I think Tyson's hella fucking cute, and I want to go for dinner with him, and so I invited him. But I don't think it really matters.
Still holding on, nearly gets a second look. That would have been big. Baby Bay down to 10 HP, but the gunfight does turn out in favor of FaZe, who now enjoy a 4v3.
Yeah, Baby J still has, you know, tabs completely covered on the
Go to dinner, but could you decide where to eat? Yes, I did.
Spot, and he'll play off of it. Asuna tapped out. Great play from Baby J. That's to give them now a 4-on-2. We're getting slowed down here. Nitro Company trying to get the C site and still get a spike plant, but in a 2-on-4, it's going to be so tough to stop FaZe from moving around ahead and stopping 100 Thieves from tying this thing up.
But Nitro does have a paranoia. Aldrone still available for Hiko, so the tools are there. And they could stay alive through this. There goes the paranoia. Cosmic Divide coming into play. Hiko finds one. That was a completely isolated pick. Nitro holding inside this dark cover. Backs away. Gravity well not work. Hiko for a second. Hiko for a third.
Let's motherfucking go, boomers! Let's go! Wait a second.
Yeah,
this is for Hiko. Let's go, Hiko.
Let's
Let's go. We did it!
It's over, but then you realize, wait a second, Hiko's still alive on the server, and this is the environment.
Cringe. Get the fuck out of me chat.
Clutch from Hiko, And that's a big round for 100 Thieves because they were looking out of that pretty much the whole way through. They lost the long A exchange.
Fucking
early in the
clutch
round
master.
getting a lot out of their aggression, who traded 2 for 1. And then Hiko still pulls that off. That is incredible.
I made the first move and she told me that she wanted to take it slow and then told me that she doesn't want a relationship. Oh, so I made the first move to take Tyson to dinner, but then what happened was he asked me out the next day. And I said I wanted to take a little bit of time to get to know him better. But he did it really. He was really fast.
And you'll miss the round. Zach 1v4. Spike going to be planted, and well, Zach does have a little bit of space here. Maybe an opportunity to catch 1 or 2 off guard. There's the first. Does he expect the second? Maybe, but Hiko gonna find now a 3rd in this round, and wow, that is unbelievable from 100 Thieves.
He knew you were the one.
The pace again.
Exactly, the pacing change is big. I mean, 100 Thieves
He's
is
very
definitely
quick.
a team that prides itself on being more calculated, relying on their more experienced players, and playing like a more methodical approach to the game, whether that be just slower defaults, or whether that be some type of, you know, more calculated, layered set piece. But you have rounds like that where they can just, you know, put the pedal to the metal, let Asuna lead the way, and just do some of these faster splits to catch their opponents off guard with, you know, because you never know when that pacing change is going to happen. And now
I think
they
we need
allow
out for the
themselves,
sub.
based on that pacing change, and Hiko clutch to get FaZe onto a low buy and have a chance to start extending a lead here.
Aggression through mid grass.
Get out of my way.
Ethan in the window. Oh, that's easy.
Woo!
Looking to respond.
Holy
well
shit.
Found with the Blade Storm. So now a lot of
That was
forward
so
position
fast. What the
gained
heck?
here for FaZe, plus a weapon. That's the big key.
I think he X-Finner for the sub.
As well from Baby J to get some intel. Knows that his C push has come
He missed
in.
his smoke.
Steele able to get the frag, but BJ able to keep things afloat. It's a 3-on-3. There's still a chance here for FaZe. They have a couple of weapons in hand.
And Asuna did go to the Blade, so he's only got a Ghost as a secondary option. Late owl drone coming through. We'll scout out some information on what's coming through C garage. Raucus playing deep through spawn. Eco will continue to throw shoulders. FaZe need to set something up with the time, and Asuna has shut down one side of this play already. Spams through the
We're getting some, don't worry.
Who finds the kill just down to Zach. 1v3, 100 Thieves on the retreat through long, but line up Zach for 2. He nearly gets a 3rd. That was a dangerous rotation, but Nitro saves the round, and it's on.
Oh, thank you, Wither Baby, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
All the good things 100 Thieves did in that round to, you know, steer around the neural theft and all the daggers that FaZe are trying to throw in their plans with their mid aggression and picking up a couple of rifles and making it interesting, and almost got
thank you,
lined up
Zimini, for the 500 bits. Much love. Thank you so much.
Nitro able to stop that from going.
Oh my gosh, Shroud's chat is in sub-only mode right now. I think this is the first time I've ever seen it in sub-only. How bad did you guys...
Including a run it back for Corey.
Fuck, man. That's crazy.
See how it plays out.
Aggressive through sewers for the first time goes Asuna. Spike is not a part of this play, though, so just a bit of forward positioning. Ethan making sure that there is no owl drone to scout him out, but also the run it back was spent, so that will be Asuna deleting it, and beyond that, pretty much having to back away. Yeah.
Just not letting it have any impact. That is such a brilliant move there by 100 Thieves to make sure that
I think I go by
not
Swift
to worry
for the 2
about
months.
that stressor anymore. That's off the table.
It's not that rare for it to be sub-only mode. Yeah, but I've always seen it.
Allow Steele to slip in, and that's why Steele is such a good player. He's so good at finding these little timings.
Wait, do they know that Baby Bay is here? He's going to find the first elimination. Gets a little bit caught up on the doorway inside the dark cover, and then the gravity will
I'm a bolt.
Also delays Nitro just a touch, so it was looking a bit dire for a moment, but First Blood still does get capitalized. And now it's 100 Thieves, 4v5, post-plant setup. Nitro goes high, Steel plays back low. 2 more players holding on to mid.
Yes, Envy did win.
Come through to split up this offensive post plant, forcing everybody to play from inside the site. Recon bolt in. Nitro, how much does he see? Maybe a lot, as Ethan's able to take advantage, but it is even trades so far. 3v2 situation. Rockets on 1 HP. Steel falls. Now it's just down to Hiko. He's done it before. Can he do it again? Shock Dart comes through. Still has an album. He wants it. Peaks finds 1, but Baby Bay there to deny anything further, and FaZe able to keep it within 1 round.
Yeah, it's so tough because I thought Steel had really done it by sneaking around the site and getting to the back of it and clearing it and giving 100 Thieves a lot of free space with really nothing spent to get it. But yeah, they just didn't know maybe was still holding this angle, was able to get his kill and get away, and then play the retake. Great Cosmic Divide, basically making mid a non-factor, forcing other these to play more on site, and then kind of using that.
Think if Governor is Asian TENZ. Tyson is Asian.
Dice, the remaining members of 100 Thieves.
I don't understand.
Not much he could do there with the Astral Wall down. He had to just
and they use Zion for the 2 months.
And so FaZe will get the 5 and working towards this tie, and this has been exactly what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
Banger.
Also
Lots of back and forth.
Yeah. Credit to Raucus as well. You kind of saw from the overhead perspective.
Oh.
He finds a high-low setup and a little bit of toe tagging going on here. Baby Bay taken down to 34 HP, so small health advantage for 100 Thieves, but not much else to speak of.
Tyson's half Vietnamese.
Nitro's up in the closet position, so they still have presence at Long C. They're starting to threaten the garage as well. They also still have Steel playing over here outside of A, so they have pretty good posturing all across the map, but still have yet to really show their hand. Meanwhile, we do have FaZe kind of keeping tabs with their operator on both Long and Garage Hallway. They still have one player on A, and they're basically playing retake A and B.
Dangerous situation here. Yeah, Baby J was trying to see if maybe Nitro was still holding over towards the C cubby. Assistance from Baby J to try to check the angle, but no escape. And as the Seekers came out, Baby J will fall for first blood. So now all of a sudden, you've got 100 Thieves with numbers as they actually hit over towards the opposite side. They're here at A. Zach is the only defensive member that is here, but he might be able to catch one for free and does. So Nitro will fall. Steel not going to fully quit the plant initially, but we'll double check it and tries to push through the
Wow, what the?
Hustling to be sure.
No!
Didn't seem required when you still had a 4-on-4. Just let them plant work out the retake together.
What? Get the ace.
I don't know that I can agree with that one. And now Ethan and company making them pay for it. Ethan up to 4. Could ace here if he can find Corey.
Let's go, Ethan!
That Trailblazer's right there waiting. Hi there, buddy.
Just delaying.
Ethan, let's go.
Ball goes out. Not much that can happen here. You have to still go for it naturally. Last round of the half. But time is a big problem. If the 1v3 wasn't, it's almost like a 1v4.
Oh no!
Corey will find one and a second. Goodness, if you would have done this, it'd be 3 seconds.
Wow,
Corey. More, but not gonna happen. So Dust, it's a 7-5 back and forth affair, but 100 Thieves narrow.
Corey is really, really good.
Scratcher of a last round. That jumping out from A Heaven.
He's also so sweet.
I didn't actually catch
we met him when we were in LA last time and we went for Hot Pot.
If he would have won off the timer or something, maybe that's what he was thinking of, but I didn't catch the clock, so I'm not sure how much time was left, honestly. So we'll let that one go. I'll just say it was kind of odd, especially in that tense of a round, but to each their own, a very close one. And I can't wait to see the rest of it.
I think he's Zion for the 2 months.
For a shift. Hate to see it, but we'll be back in a second.
And thank you, just Kayak here for the $2. Hey, do you think Berlin is going to be more difficult than Iceland? Yes, I do. I think so. I'm not saying you can have Tyson, but
first half for 100 Thieves, we swapped the sides around, and it will now be up to FaZe to try to put together an offense.
You thought of fighting him? No.
What?
Yeah, certainly some back.
Of course not.
For sure, 100 Thieves just edge out.
Is that Vinny Hacker? Yes,
that final
it
round,
is.
honestly, that final little 4-on-4.
Vinny Hacker.
Post plant with Zachary's jumping out of heaven into Doom. That whole, whatever you want to call it, situation was a very costly one. As Asuna tries to get aggressive. Oh, and he gets it later, Baby J. Holy cow! How's that happen?
That's gonna feel bad for Baby J. It's another kind of free kill that he misses out on. Corey curveballing.
Whoa! How does your classic do that?
Locked in as he finds 2, and that is the majority of the push from FaZe Clan. They are still trying to force this one.
Wow.
They have gained space to get Raucus in position for a plant, but this is a 2v5 that even Hiko wants to try to contest sooner rather than later. Zach trying to gatekeep over through the link, but the long flank from Ethan is on the way, and it looks like 100 Thieves are just gonna wait for that before they go.
I mean, this round has just been like an open and shut case for 100 Thieves. It feels like Raucus and Zach are going to try to see the here. And I mean, I guess they get one.
Holy.
That's cool.
And a plant?
Yeah, not bad. That's
Dad buff, honestly.
But, I mean, it's just start to finish. 100 Thieves in control. That push through Long C, that punish on the Baby J, that instant man advantage. And then, like you said, Nitro teeing up a few himself. Brilliantly done.
That's gonna feel bad. That's Baby J. I mean, the whole position is he has to go 1 for 1 at least. It's really tough.
And do your primer for the sub.
This is a chance for 100 Thieves to really extend that lead. So it will be on the buy up here, and well, there's Asuna. Again, you'll see him opping as well defensively with this jet.
Yep.
And he is actually pretty darn good in the games I watch. So
Guys,
go toe -to -toe with the
leave
best
Vinny alone.
Let
him chill out and enjoy his time here.
For quite some time. Definitely one of the most fearless.
Please.
You really can kind of match Baby Bay in that regard.
Oh, for sure.
He is a student of the SME.
Maybe an adjunct professor as well.
Yeah.
You guys can say hello, but
Fine.
don't be weird.
Asuna continues to try to poke away, but does get pushed back eventually. Still, though, numbers very favor the defense of 100 Thieves. And still
No, Vinny, it's fine, it's fine. That's not it at all. I'm just saying. I hope they're not. I hope they're not bothering you. That's all.
FaZe have gained no ground to work with really whatsoever.
You're good. You're good.
This is looking like just a formality at this point that we will see.
Okay.
Rockets trying to get the spike into A side. Maybe try to get a little something out of it, but Pico, of course, will
you guys can all say hello though.
firm, cutting them off at the pass.
Of course.
It's getting pushed back though by a little bit of Asher utility as well as some damage being taken. So they will get into the site and they will actually get the spike down, and they actually get Pico off the board. So 2-on-4, post plant, still on low HP. I mean, it's going to be a miracle, but there's a couple of factors out there maybe giving them a chance.
Zach only has 7 shots left, just in case things do start to get off the ground for this retake to throw some light.
Thank you, Fresh, for the sub. Thank you, Avocado Soup, for the 3 months. And thank you, Stubbs, for the sub as well.
Cover to block off Sewer. Plus also, looks to be a 0 point in the mix. Asuna has just hard scoped this angle all the way through. Zach seems to think about this could be a play, but Asuna able to find one. Just down to Rock. Attached with the reload. Steel sticking for the defuse, and Nitro takes away the ability to treat Chow. And 100 Thieves does expect to take the follow-up round and gives them a little bit of breathing space here.
Gamers for the 3 months. Who's Joe, Kyedae?
Separation, I feel like we've seen for sure. So,
oh, you're gonna play CS? Okay, bye, Vinny. See you later.
Chance for FaZe to strike with the early firepower, perhaps. Rifles
See you later.
all the way down the line. We are gonna see.
Okay, chat. So when a streamer comes in or something, we say hi, we leave them alone, and then we say bye. You know what I mean? Simple, simple. It's better that way.
And I'm curious to see Asa looking to take his marshal this time at long A, so constantly repositioning that sniper makes sense.
It's better that way. Then they enjoy their time here instead of being harassed by questions. You know?
Shock dart. Ooh, so close to finishing the job.
Asuna underneath pressure though. FaZe is really amounting a hit, and they have found the 2 kills required to get on in. So that should lead to a plant. Defensively speaking, it's really just Steel who...
Thank you, Senpai, for the 2 months.
But he's already tagged down to 29 HP. Ethan's nearby. He has a lot of utility to play with, and it looks like if there were to be a retake attempt, it might have to be based off Nitro coming from behind, but there's a trap wire in his way.
Yeah, that is definitely going to put a foil in those plans.
What do you mean? He could TP.
In fact, Ethan was trying to come with him, and he does spot it, shoots it, alerts them to his presence.
And they get Kyedae Shlong for the 4 months.
Lay down some utility, see if
Thank
they
you.
can't find a way, and they might flash through that smoke and try to use that to get in here, but they're basically going to play inside of it.
Looking for exit at this point.
Oh.
Yep.
Steel hasn't seen anything. And FaZe Steel's Nitro. Only other player to deal with would be just Ethan. Flash comes through. He will find one opportunity for more, but Baby J will put down the hopes of that.
And the Waffy Fries for the 2 months.
Coming through, but this time on FaZe's offense. Good take.
Yeah, indeed it was able to handle some of that aggression early on at A. You know, yeah, they got tagged by Asuna's Marshall, taking a little bit of chip damage here and there, but still able to trounce them with their superior firepower. Locking that one up, keeping it within 3. But now here comes the full buyout from 100 Thieves, including an operator in play for Asuna. It's also 1 away from daggers. So definitely could pack a big wallop here. So looking to go for that quick sewers play. And there's definitely a big A focus early on here from FaZe. So this could be some fireworks early in this round.
Gravity will stall any potential early peek through sewer. So Asuna will hold his ground there. Steel in support, same position. And then the peek. There's the first. Dashes away, no problem.
Yep. He's got reinforcements as well. Hiko up towards Heaven Steel here with him and Source to kind of give him a little bit of a bodyguard to help him get out. He pulls the daggers out, lands a nice one on the Baby Bay right between the eyes and keeps 100 Thieves a man ahead.
Do you guys like the skin, by the way? The Ruination? Is that what it's called?
Collected, and I don't know if anyone knows that Steel is still playing inside a sewer here.
Probably not. I don't think he was ever on.
Thank you, Tony, for some. Sentinels of Light? Yeah, not the Ruination.
More than that, though, and not going to be able
Good
to.
shit!
The concealment of Steel largely through sewer just kind of picks the right timing. Good help from the front. The turn of utility focus to make sure FaZe were so worried about the retake from really not just Heaven, but also the Link.
I really like the
opportunity, and he takes advantage.
I like the Marshall for a bit, but then I switched back to the Reaver and I actually started hitting my shots. So it's really weird how certain skins feel so aimbot compared to others. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's literally like the same.
Yeah. Looks like they're gonna look to just pounce. Maybe a little bit of a C split. Again, we know the FaZe aggressive play style.
Not the Marshall.
Love these fast set pieces for rounds.
Sure.
Don't double peek him.
I really like the purple.
Good 0 point to clear out C garage, and the only player not really tallied would be Baby Bay trying to open up space, but denied by Nitro. And the hopes of this thrifty
and thank you,
really just
Humki
squandered from the
some.
beginning.
Yep, Asuna getting that early pick, not really allowing them to get through, and they needed to start launching up long C and try to get that stinger in the close range position. Of course, there wasn't too much investment from FaZe to this, so they can still get a full buy next round, so that's the one good sign, but you feel like that's kind of their last chance, right?
Yeah.
If they lose that, 100 Thieves is likely finding pretty early access to map point, and you're probably forced buying the rest of the game. You're going to wind up with suboptimal buys, you know, all the way forward, so next round is a very big moment for FaZe. As close as the first half was, as back and forth as it seemed to be, 100 Thieves got just what they needed to get some separation at the end of the half, and now they've come out in the second half, and they've done a very good job.
Yeah.
And thank you, God's Rupture, for the sub.
So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The response needs to come through next round for FaZe. Be fine if you could maybe tally up another kill or two here. And how about it? Zach will find one. They know Nitro's nearby. Paranoia will come out. Flash as
oh,
well.
what?
Nebula almost creating enough of
how do you see that?
Not going to happen though. Then Asuna, you would have thought a free pick right there, but Rocka stays alive through what looked to be a connection.
I don't understand how some people are like
at Haven. The drive-through window.
That's the only thing on the menu.
Aren't you flat? No, Fab. I D-ranked to gold too.
Stops any initial push. All drone to counter. 0 point also in the mix. A lot of information gained right there defensively. Oh my.
They know FaZe now realizes, okay, we can't run that play anymore. Like they know they're ready. So they're gonna pivot back to A and try to do the same thing. And
it's Legion. Thanks for some.
Away. That's no run it back left.
Woo!
For Austin.
Let's go, Peter.
You know what? Baby Bay. Here's the thing. Baby Bay's sad because he got killed, but you know, like, there's also a slight.
I think he saved chocolate for the 3 months.
Yeah, that's a sneak. There he is.
For real.
You know,
are you gonna
like,
get coached by Tyson someday?
There.
I don't know. I like learning on my own.
Steel watching over the mid cross. The only opportunity for FaZe to work for a plant would be here at B, but I mean, you see Ethan on the
I get stream sniped all the time.
The exact same angle they line up, but the team shots are good. Zach considering a plant, wants to reposition. Hiko makes sure that no plant will be allowed, at least not initially. Hunter's Fury spent in the cause. And honestly, FaZe have survived through this pretty nicely.
Yeah, not bad. Considering how the round started, they actually have a plant, they have a 3-on-4. Zachary is low on health, so is Baby J. And they're still a man down, it's all said and done. They still have a couple of ults though. A neural depth could come into play here if they can get a pick.
I think you Lord Mentry for the 3 months.
Zach pushing under the Nebula, but he's increased this. But Baby J from the gong, not able to find a double. Could have been massive to try to secure the round, but now Raucus needs to hold things up. Trying to hold on to Hunter's Fury for as long as humanly possible. Hiko pushing. Damage will be confirmed, but Raucus, he gets caught. Trying to go immediately to the shock dart to deny the defuse.
Wow.
Hiko punishes. And with
Let's
that, 100
go.
Thieves on map point.
Easy for us.
Yeah, it's just tough. 100 Thieves just
And
having
thank you, Z2 for the defense.
Pop off.
Match point.
And when Raucus is stuck in a 1v threat, there's only so much you can do with the Hunter's Fury. You don't really have the follow-up you need. You can get pushed in midway through. It's just tough to time that out at that point. You're left alone. But this is just such a beautiful sequence here from Asuna. Again, the Jet opping, pretty new to
All
him.
my
He's
homies
played
level 100
virtually
Thieves,
every
chat.
other duelist
All
at
my
some point.
homies.
For real.
Jet was the one that he hadn't really latched onto, but the team had found a need and he was able to live up to it. And he's been doing that all stage long, honestly. It's
Easy
been
for us.
one of the, I wouldn't say surprising,
FAZE
like,
tactical
I expect
title.
Asuna to always be a very capable player.
Bronze
But
gang,
the
where
jet
you at?
mechanics and being an opper are certainly different than really any
At
other
least
agent
I've never
you're going to
been
play in the duelist
iron
category.
before. I've never been iron. Thank you, Suigu, for the sub. Cheddar, that's really, really gross. Pix, why did you ban Fab? Oh my god. We got it.
Go here. Also not going to be tested again, and Baby Pay denied once more. And if there was a smirk last round, it's surely turned into a frown now, as this is now a 5v400 Thieves looking to lock up map 1.
It's like a massive crowd of stupid. But he's still mad he got beat. You know what I mean?
In the worst way possible, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you use here? I mean, you have to trust that Corey can find something you have to feel like with run it back.
I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I feel like Asuna has gotten
I love you. Love you.
Love you too.
You sexy ass motherfucker.
Other than the round,
So sexy.
other than the Marshall bonus.
3.2 KD Reina on Vine. Sheesh, Shazen.
Goodness, deals
You.
with the first iteration of Blaze and then
Sit
finds
your
one more behind it. Oh boy. Now a 5v3. Rocket's gonna be revealed and steal a couple of spam shots just to be sure.
Oh, you're watch partying with me?
Not gonna be denied by Rocket. Steal looks to reload and maybe
You want to?
finds
Oh,
an
okay.
opportunity for Zach, but the trade will be there. Underneath 30 seconds we go though.
Yeah.
And this is the last hope
I
for
did
FAZE.
switch
They have
back
to make
to
this
the
play through Sea
Jackson
Garage,
one
and
piece
wouldn't you know it, all of 100
Oh,
Thieves
thank
are here
you.
pretty much ready for it. Cosmic Divine will try to provide a line in the sand.
Thank you.
Corey looking to play an opposite angle, but you've got to find success no matter what you do here, and Ethan will not allow.
Look at
Nice
us
try
go.
as well. 100 Thieves, near perfection on the back half. 13-6.